Hello and welcome back to Xcom, the Bureau Declassified. We're inside the HQ, and before we head off to the meeting, I'm going to read some profiles. So he's divorced, he has a father who died, he has a mother who died, ex-wife, divorced, son and a daughter. If you want to read this, you can. Then let's read our profile. So we're widowed. Okay. We have a mother deceased, father deceased, wife deceased, son deceased. Wow. So we have no family. Okay. Better not walk sitting around. Let's be off.
Lights. We are at war, and not the one we were expecting. Groom range, 2100 hours. Survivors, 6. In just a few minutes, our enemy managed to destroy the primary strategic command center. By 2130, Strategic Command itself ceased to exist. Our combined military forces have been routed. The comms have gone dark. The red phone will not be ringing. And that is why, as of now, I, Myron Falk, am assuming command of what's left of our nation's defenses. The Bureau was founded to coordinate resistance forces in the event of a complete and successful Soviet invasion. That mission remains the same, even if our enemy does not. We now face an opponent from beyond our world, whose identity is yet unknown. But make no mistake, this enemy has crippled us. They have technology decades beyond what we possess. We must make it our own. Their weapons will become our weapons, and when they do, we shall annihilate them. I give you new orders. Survive, adapt, win. Welcome to Xcom.
I'm sorry, the country needs me.
Your family needs you.
No! No, I can help them. Let me help them!
Will. Carter. Hey, Will, wake up.
What?
Jesus, Carter. How is it you look worse than before you went to sleep?
You woke me up.
I'm fine. You yelling for me to wake up doesn't help.
I wasn't the one yelling.
I haven't slept more than a couple hours in years.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't worry about it. Like I said, this is our office and our bunks. Maybe someday they'll get the barracks up and running.
No, I mean, I barely sleep at all.
Well, can't say I blame you. Not after the morning you had. Anyway, Falk's looking for you. Wants you in his office. ASAP, as always.
What's with the radio?
You saying something about that radio?
Oh, yeah. Cheap thing normally just pipes in the company elevator music. But it's been picking up some weird signal. Damned if I know what it is.
Don't we have more important issues to deal with?
Sure. That's why I haven't bothered with it. But if someone on the outside is able to broadcast through that jamming signal, well, it could be important.
Who would know more about this?
Check with Operator Chelsea. She's information officer for the Bureau. Keeps track of communications, arranges contacts, manages what the public hears. The whole deal.
Talk to you later.
I better go see what the old man wants.
See you later, Will.
Goodbye. Let's go find out what's happening. Communications. Find the radio first.
2. Message repeats. 250.
Better make a note of this and talk to one of the radio operators.
9.
You probably ought to run that by Operator Chelsea across
Message
the hall.
repeats.
Might be important.
250. November 8. 9 2.
I should write that down. Oh no, it's written down for us. 2 5 2 5 0 November 892. What could that mean?
You the dispatcher?
A little more than that, Agent Carter. I'm Chief Information Officer with the Bureau.
Information officer, what does that mean?
I oversee the dispatchers, but in addition to that, I also manage our public communications and keep our profile low. And for now, my job is also keeping the public from knowing the scope of the threat.
Makes sense.
Because rioting mobs of civilians are the last thing we need right now.
Exactly. You and your agents contain the enemy's attacks, and my operators will keep the public panic level in check.
Assuming we win.
And if we can't keep the enemy contained?
In that case, civilian unrest is the least of our problems, isn't it?
What's the public's mood?
What does the population know?
They're worried about the communications blackout, but our operatives in the major cities are keeping them in line.
Keeping them in line? You make it sound like they've declared martial law.
Nothing as heavy-handed as that, just a series of emergency preparedness tests. They'll be tense, but orderly.
How are we broadcasting?
Isn't the enemy jamming all communications?
Yes, most broadcasting equipment is facing heavy interference, cutting effective range down to less than 5% of normal.
Then how are you...
Our equipment is significantly more robust. We're still communicating at approximately 90% of effective range. The best of the best, you know.
Heard a strange signal.
Radio's been playing a strange broadcast. Any idea what it means?
I heard. It's probably an automated weather station nearby, but I suppose it might be instructions for picking up a weaker signal. A clever broadcaster could bypass the worst of the jamming that way.
It could be survivors. We could bring them in.
It's worth checking out. I'll have Operator Hughes run the radio while you give us the data.
First set the range to...
250?
Set the range to 250.
Now the direction?
November. What direction is November? North?
Set the direction north.
And the frequency?
892.
Set the frequency to 892 megahertz.
Checking ultra-high frequency. Nothing. Wait. What is... It's survivors. They're trying to warn others of the attack.
Reply. Tell them they aren't alone. We'll do what we can to assist.
We'll dispatch someone to help, but we'll also have to make sure they stop broadcasting immediately. We can't risk that information spreading.
As long as they get rescued.
Okay. So that's done. Where are we off to? Up there. I hope I fix it out.
You were there. You saw what he was capable of.
I did. It's just... his file paints a different picture.
Are you talking about me? Probably. Let's listen to this.
Okay, Agent, let's begin. We going on another wild goose chase, Director? Not this time, Agent. Because I brought in an expert agent who I expect to turn the tide. Allow me to introduce your new senior agent, Miss Angela Weaver. Agent Weaver, please begin.
Good evening, Agent. Now, we have reason to believe our target is...
Some kind of joke?
I assure you, I do not joke about potential infiltration.
Come on, miss. Get back to reception and leave the real work to us, okay? Agent Percy, Watch your tone.
Director, how many concrete cases of the outsiders have your agents uncovered to this date?
That would be 0.
And how many have I uncovered in my own investigations?
2 confirmed, 1 pending.
Thank you, Director. If I may continue...
Listen up, Agent Percy. Maybe you'll learn how to do your job. Yes, sir.
Now, we have reason to believe an infiltrator has compromised military command.
Okay. Note. Let's just note about surveillance and cameras being installed.
Speak of the devil.
Carter, good. Agent Weaver is afraid you don't play well with others. I tend to see that as an asset.
Talk to you in a second.
To conclude, all signs show a pattern of systemic interference that cannot be explained by known enemies. Excellent work as always, Falk.
Come over here, Carter. I'd like a word.
Shh.
From the rent. They aren't from any known source on Earth, so we must examine alternative sources. You mean to say aliens? It's more likely than you think. We cannot afford to be caught off guard. Oh, okay, Myron. I think you've been working too hard. Take a little time off, maybe a vacation, and... No, listen, this is too important to ignore. My team has already uncovered a half dozen potential cases of outside interference. No, you listen. I have a meeting with the generals in 2 days, and I will not have you making a laughing stock out of this department. General Deans is already talking about cutting funding, and if that happens, you and your team will be out. Do you understand? Yes, Director. Perhaps you're right about that vacation. That's more like it. Someplace nice and sunny. Lots of fresh air, like New Mexico.
Okay. You may speak now.
What do you want from me, sir?
You're not here in this facility by chance. I brought you here quite purposefully. I've been following your career for some time.
Why me? I've been behind a desk since... well, for a while.
Yeah, but you were a hell of an agent before you sat behind that desk. And what's more, I know what put you behind that desk.
The brass put me there.
Sure, the brass made the call. But it was you who kept yourself there.
I don't need another round of psychobabble. I had enough of that from the company's shrinks after the incident.
It was an accident, Carter. Beyond your control.
Right, yeah. And next you tell me how I can't save everyone.
It's too late for that. But you can save some of them. And right now, that might be enough.
Right. Well, I'm with you, Falk. If only because, for all we know, this clown show you're running here is all that's left of our nation's defenses.
Then that makes you one of the nation's best weapons.
What's our plan?
Our first order of business is to get this facility running at full capacity. I believe our best shot at defeating an enemy with superior technology is to take that technology from them and make it our own.
And we got the facilities to do that?
We're still finishing construction on the lab, but we've already got one of the best leading the team, Dr. Dresner. And he won't be doing it alone. I'm in the midst of organizing field teams to be sent on recon and recruitment missions for other specialists.
What is this place? I mean, when aliens from another world aren't attacking our planet.
This facility is essentially fulfilling its intended function right now. It was created to respond to a potential invasion on domestic soil.
Do all of these people work here?
No. Typically, you won't find much more than a skeleton crew here. But certain carefully selected individuals across all military disciplines are aware of this facility's existence. In the case of a domestic invasion, they're under orders to arrive here.
I never knew about this place.
Well, based on your performance at Groom Range, I'd say that omission was a grievous oversight.
What do we know about the enemy?
Very little. Before this morning, we only knew of scattered oddities. We weren't even sure if they were connected.
Such as?
Deposits of the substance called Illyrium were found in various locations across the nation. There were weather oddities. We received and investigated reports of what we call thinnings, localized instances where the very fabric of reality itself seemed to be warping, then dissolving.
And this was kept secret?
From whom? The populace? The news would have generated mass panic. No. The circle was kept quite small on this.
So let's get to it then.
I'm heading down to the ready room.
De Silva will meet you there and help you assemble a team. Get moving.
So I'm glad I got that recording before, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to read it, listen to it. Sorry. What are you off to? F5. Oh. Kia.
Welcome aboard, sir.
Thank you.
What do they look like?
I heard some of them look like us.
No way. I've seen them. They look like some kind of... I don't know, some kind of monsters or something.
They look like aliens.
You lost, pal? Well, ready room's that way.
Thanks.
How's it going, Agent Carter?
Not bad, yourself?
Yes, Director. I'll tell him right away.
Rosemount University.
The old man just called down. Says one of the scientists is missing. Disappeared, along with his research in high explosives.
Does Falk think he's gone rogue?
Maybe, but we can't risk a panic. Nils is tracking him down, but you need to get a team ready to help, quick and quiet.
Take a seat, gentlemen. Director Falk has personally chosen you for this initiative, and I will be your team leader. It's an honor to work with you, Agent De Silva. We're all honored, I'm sure, but the director wasn't very clear about what we'd be doing. For the most part,
Come on, Will. Pick a team. No more flying solo.
I'm listening.
and recovery in hostile environments aren't new to you. You said it, best in the service. And it brings all the normal risks of any field work involving hostiles. Yes, but Director Falk said something about unusual subjects? Yes, they might be different than you're used to. You mean we're not going after the Reds? So who are we looking for? We believe we have uncovered a new enemy of the state. We'll be investigating the exact nature of their organization. Oh, understood. I think. You can put us up against anybody in the world, sir. Yes, well, about that.
We're out of this world. Team.
This is a list of available agents. Falk has gathered everyone he could find from all the agencies. All of them specialists, all of them the best of what they...
Okay, so we have a support. We have a recon. Which are your ranged snipers, I guess. Support is like a support class. Engineer. They put up the turrets. With mines. That's just commando are the... Okay, what's your training video?
Commandos are the first soldiers into a fight, defending their squad mates and engaging the enemy on your terms.
Okay. And... oh, back. Engineer.
Engineers are master craftsmen, giving you additional firepower and control of the battlefield.
Recons.
Recon agents are trained in stealth and long-range attacks. They infiltrate enemy lines and hit from behind.
Support.
And support agents provide an extra edge, enhancing your squad while crippling the enemy.
Okay, so what? So we have one of each. Let's more customized ones. So let's grab a custom commander. Background. done my customization. Got Carter, got Foster, got Van Kumerbeck, Thomas. Now I just made another engineer and another commander. Oh, not another commander. So later on, you can send squads off to do missions by themselves. This is gonna be my team. This is gonna be the solo team. Next time we'll head off into the first mission. See you then.